Let's cook some spaghetti for supper with the tomatoes I grew from last year. Now, this is not like some traditional Italian spaghetti sauce. This is just like my version of spaghetti sauce that I make for my family. But one thing I learned about tomatoes last year is that they have a lot of water. And freezing them helps get some of that water out. I put all my tomatoes last year in freezer-sized gallon bags, and I just stuck them in the freezer for when I needed them later. So what I've been doing is pulling out a gallon-sized bag at a time and letting those tomatoes thaw and then making spaghetti sauce with it. I have replaced my need for buying spaghetti sauce at the grocery store with spaghetti sauce that I make at home. I found that I like to roast my vegetables in the oven, so I'll just take the tomatoes, the bell peppers, and I usually use a couple garlic bulbs and about a half full onion or maybe a whole onion, just depending, and I'll put that in the oven and let it roast for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the vegetables start to curl up and turn brown. And once they cool down, then I'll peel the tomatoes and I'll put them in a blender and blend everything up so that I get a nice smooth sauce. Now, this ground beef that I had in the freezer, it's actually taco meat that I was putting in here. Don't knock it till you try it, because it kind of just gives it a little bit of seasoning. And I'm just mixed that with some regular plain ground beef, and then I just season it all the way that I do with my spaghetti sauce. So that helps me stretch my meat. And I just put in some salt and pepper, some onion powder, some garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, and some basil that I had grew outside last summer. I just put all my vegetables for my spaghetti sauce in a blender, and I blended them up until they were a nice smooth consistency. And then I poured that spaghetti sauce back in the ground beef and mixed everything together. And don't forget to add the seasoning to it, because otherwise you'll just be tasting tomatoes and ground beef. So I just did some salt and pepper, some Italian seasoning, some basil that I had from out the yard, some onion powder, and some garlic powder, and I just let that cook down until all my seasonings and everything comes together. Or while I'm cooking my noodles, you may have to add just a little bit of water in case it starts to stick. But honestly, homemade spaghetti sauce is so much better than the stuff that you buy at the store. And at this point, I'm probably not going to go back to buying stuff at the store. I mean, my husband has literally requested I don't buy the spaghetti sauce at the store anymore. But anyway, there's my spaghetti. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I'll see y'all later.